I am Verna Heiser. I'm Gifted and Talented Resource Specialist at Homestead Wakefield Elementary. I have been teaching for 21 years, 20 of those years in Harford County. 1 year I was in Pennsylvania. I actually decided I wanted to be a teacher in second grade. I had a spectacular teacher that was inspirational, and that's when I made my decision that I was going to be a teacher. Pursued it a little bit later in life. I didn't start actually teaching until I was 28. And I saw the way that she impacted second grade students, and I wanted to have that impact on students. You see that little guy that I just talked to in the hall? Those students get me out of bed. My friends that I know come to school because they're gonna see me smiling and I can make them a little bit happier. Those students that struggle with things in the classroom and I have the opportunity to pull them out and do things that they're good at. My students who struggle with behaviors, who need a little bit of a softer touch, and somebody that's going to play to their strengths and allow them to be successful. Those guys get me out of bed in the morning. As overwhelming as it was to be nominated from this building, to be chosen top 5 was just mind-blowing. It was incredible. I honestly never expected it, just because we are a county of so many fabulous educators, and I'm super excited that my message is a message that the county wants to get out and share with everybody.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Knapp. I'm a first grade teacher at Red Pump Elementary School. I've been teaching for Harford County Public Schools for 19 years. So I started teaching because I love working with children. But as an elementary school student myself, I had great positive role models and teachers who really worked hard to build relationships and positive environments. And I wanted to do that same thing when I became a teacher. So when I think about an aha moment, I think back to a particularly challenging student that I had in the beginning of my teaching career. And I was really having a difficult time developing that student-teacher relationship with him, and I realized that he loved football. And so I reached out to his mom and asked about a football schedule and if I could come and watch him. And when I went and I watched him, it really made our connection deeper, and I realized that as a teacher, we need to expand those relationships beyond the school, building walls and really get to know our kids. And that relationship that I built with him off of that was something I'm particularly proud of. So as a brand new teacher, I was hired 2 days before the school year started, and I was excited but also overwhelmed at the same time. And I was mentored and taken under the wing of my teammates that year who were amazing, and they really helped me to learn and grow into the teacher that I am today. Along with all my other amazing colleagues and teammates, I feel like I've learned something from every single person that I've worked with.
My name is Erica Richardson, and I've been teaching here at Joppatown for 15 years. I've been a teacher for 24 years. I started teaching in New York, and now, of course, I'm here in Maryland. I teach social studies, currently teaching U.S. history, criminal justice, and I also teach sociology. I think aha moment was a few years ago, actually. I had a freshman, actually, and I taught government at the time, and we had just had our first exam, and the student passed and came to me afterwards after they got their exams back and said, I can't believe that I passed, and this is the first time I've ever passed a social studies exam. And I said, that can't be possible. Like, I'm sure middle school, something. Well, yeah, I passed, but like, I actually got like an 85 on this. I've never done that well before. The pride that that child had with just getting that test score back, which again, I'm happy that he scored well, but I'm also happier that he was so excited about his test grade. And when I tell you his grades were consistent from that point on, I just felt like, wow, this really made his day. And what impact then do I have as a teacher? And again, this was years ago, I was new to teaching, and so the idea that what I could do every day would impact a child like that, it really kind of was my aha moment as well as his, that he could be successful. Being a top 5 finalist has been absolutely amazing. I really cannot believe that I'm here right now. I can't believe that I am able to experience this with the ladies that I'm experiencing it with, because they truly are amazing educators. So I'm looking at them and thinking like, wow, these guys are like awesome. So does that mean I'm awesome? Like, is that how that works? I said, but also I do the things that I do, not for the accolades, but for people, for my kids, for my community, for my school. And so the fact that someone took time to acknowledge that and then actually nominate me and now make top 5, it's unbelievable. Like, I can't tell you how important this is for me. I cannot stress that enough, how important this is for me and how important it is for my school and my community. And that's the pressure that I have, unfortunately, that I've put on myself, because I really want to do well. But at the same time, I am so humble and so grateful that they even thought to say my name, because this is just what I do. This is who I am. I'm here every day, and I'll be here every day, no matter what. So I'm just super, super grateful.
So I'm Jen Selke. I'm the very proud reading specialist here at Emerton Elementary School. I've been lucky enough to work at Emerton Elementary School for 15 years. This is my 9th year as a reading specialist. Prior to that, I taught 6 years in first grade. So I've always wanted to work in a job where I was able to help people. My mom was a nurse. I come from a family of educators. But really what solidified my teaching career and that decision was at my grandfather's funeral. He had students come from all walks of life, from 30 to 40 years ago. And they were there to share the moments of joy that that man brought to his life. They shared stories about how he helped change their own life and helped guide them to a path that they were proud of. And I knew in that moment, it was a very sad moment, but I felt so proud for him, and I knew that I wanted to impact my students the same way that he impacted his students. So what makes a great Teacher of the Year is someone who's willing to listen to others. Someone who recognizes the responsibility that that role has on the impact of our staff and students of Harford County. I think a Teacher of the Year is someone who is willing to be open to new ideas, to talk with people, to find out what's working, to find out what they can do to make lives better in Harford County, and to really be the voice of students and staff. So when I received news that I was nominated from my school, I was extremely humbled and honored. We have great teachers all in the walls of this building, but all over our county. So just to receive that recognition just made my heart so proud and honored. And then I was selected as Teacher of the Year finalist, which I was shocked and excited, and I had all of the feels. But really it allowed me to sit down and truly reflect on my practice and the impact that I've had. And it makes me excited to be a voice for all of the other teachers and students of our district.
Hola, I'm Jill Truskowski, and I'm a Spanish teacher at C. Milton Wright High School. I have been a Harford County school teacher for 21 years. I began my teaching career in HCPS at Joppatown High School, where I taught for 11 years. I then had the chance to return to my alma mater here at C. Milton Wright High School, where I've now been for 10 years. Before Harford County Public Schools, I taught for 2 years at Escuela Sierra Nevada in Mexico City, which is una escuela primaria. My drive to get out of bed each morning to come to work are all these smiling faces sitting right behind me. Whether it's dressing up for Spirit Week alongside them, or singing silly songs in Spanish to get them to learn el alfabeto or los números, and maybe doing a little dance, taking them on field trips to a restaurant or a museum to encourage cultural awareness. I go above and beyond to make sure that these kids have a memorable school experience. I think my aha moments would be anytime students come back to tell me of a time when they were using Spanish outside the classroom, whether it was at work or on a vacation or maybe with a new friend that they made. It makes me feel proud that they're using what they learned from our class out in the real world.